What's up, guys? We're gonna do a little sheet metal how-to video real quick. So the manual holders that hold the paperwork and that we normally put our stickers on here. So just a quick little video on how to make those. So only thing you're gonna need is, I'm gonna use a marker so you can see what I'm doing over here. Normally I would use a scratch awl. You just need some snips, a ruler, and some hand tongs. We got sheet metal brakes on the truck, so if you don't have a sheet metal brake on your van, you can also do cardboard and a screwdriver with a straight edge to get your brakes in it. So pretty much quick and dirty. Scrap piece of metal. Take your ruler, line it up at the side, mark it, mark it. Line it up on the bottom. Mark it. We're going to go from the edge of the metal up 12 inches. 12 inches right there. Mark it. 12 inches. Then you're going to mark both sides of your ruler. It should look something like this. So then, to fit the sheet of paper in there, so this is the important part. So you're going to want to make a mark from the 1 inch line. So you got the little square right here. You're going to go from that 1 inch line 3 inches, 14 inches, 17 inches. You're going to repeat up top on the bottom line, not this top line, on the bottom line. 3, 14, and 17. All right, so now you're going to go from that 3 inch mark up here to this point, right? And you're gonna again mark both sides so you have a flange to screw it to. And then you should have something like this. Same thing on the other side. You're gonna go to that 14 inch mark to the 17 inch mark up top. Just like over here, you're gonna mark both sides. And then your piece should look like so. So now we're gonna cut everything out. Yeah. So then your piece should look like this. This was our edge of the metal. 3 inches, 14 inches. From that line on the edge of the metal. 3, 14, and 17. So now let's chop these corners out and put us some V-notches up here. Now your piece should look like this. Let's break it. Let's see how we can get this thing set up right here. All right, there we go. So you're gonna cross break from here, not here, from here to your corner, here to here, and then here to here. Remember, we're just giving it a little break. So we're not, see how that goes to here, not here. So now, I don't like to be plain or boring, so I'm gonna cross break 4 more times around this. So if you're using a brake, your line right here, this line on 90% of brakes I've ever used, that line is 1/2 inch. And then there's usually a mark halfway between that for a 1/4 inch. So we're gonna just line our first brake up with the edge of our brake. And we're gonna go in a circle. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then you'll have this. Looks pretty smooth, right? All right, so now, this top, we're going to double hem. When you reach down in that folder, you don't want to get cut or anything like that, pulling your hand out or getting paperwork or something like that if you're troubleshooting or whatever have you. But so I always double hem the top, and then we'll hem here, here, and here. For those of you who don't know what a hem is, you're gonna bend a 1/2 inch flange, 1 inch flange, it doesn't matter how big the flange is. You're gonna bend that over and you're gonna smash it down. Alright, so bend it up, slide it into the brake, or if you're using a bending bar, just fold it all the way over. So there is your 1 hem. We're gonna do it again. On the top, you're gonna do it again. So now you have a nice double hem. I don't know how well you can see that, but you're not gonna get cut there. All right, so now leave it with this side facing up at you. And just do 1 hem on the flanges because those are gonna get screwed to the duct. Bottom. The side. The other side. So now this is the inside. This is how it should look. You got a hem on all 3 sides, double hem on the top. And then this is your front, right? All right, so we're gonna put this in the brake up to this line. We're not gonna bend it, we're just gonna get it moving so that when we bend from here to here, this is already moving, so it's got a good crisp line. So we're just gonna pop it in there. Give it just a little bend. That's enough. See, it just creates that line in it so that when we fold this, you got a really crisp line, straight line to go to with your hand tools. Easy bend, just like so. So now you're gonna go from here at your V-notch to here. This side facing up, you're gonna bend it on 90 degrees. Same thing over here. $90 degrees, and it should look like this. So you got the line here and here. So let's do that 90 degrees now. Grab you some hand tones, line it up. Makes it easy. And there you go. So you put that on the hook, or you can put a piece of metal back here. You can open these up, put a piece of metal back there if you don't have somewhere on the duck to put it. But you can put that thing right there. Paperwork goes in here. And don't forget, take your company logo. If you're an independent contractor or something like that, then just if you have logos, stickers, something like that. So then company logo. Can't forget the penguin. And boom. That's it. Easy.